Good morning. Welcome to Movement Monday. I have been trying to spend a little bit of time focusing more on extremities in some of these videos, or that's kind of my intention. Basically, a lot of times people don't understand, I think, the importance of things like ankles and wrists in your overall, especially if you're lifting or doing any of the major lifts in something, let's say like for CrossFit. And I don't think people understand that a chiropractor can help with things like, thumb pain, wrist pain, elbow pain, all of that good stuff. I think definitely in the office when people start complaining of something like wrist pain and where, I say, oh, we can do something about that, I would say wrist pain and foot pain are the two things that people are very surprised that I'm able to help with. But today, one of the things that I want to talk to you about specifically is wrist pain and wrist mobility, and maybe some of the things that you can do at home for that for self-care. So to start, you need good wrist mobility to basically have a good base for everything else that's going on. So if you think of something like a handstand walk or a push-up, or even if you're lifting a barbell overhead, that wrist position and your ability to get a nice stable base within your wrist is going to translate all the way down the rest of your upper extremity. So if you can't have good wrist mobility overhead, basically you're going to start compensating with your shoulders, with your mid-back, with your low back, with everything else in order to kind of find that stable base that your wrist isn't able to provide. So a good screen for you is, number one, see if you can just do this position where if you shove your hands together, you should be able to get to 90 degrees. So you should be able to see a nice L shape that you have. This shouldn't be painful. This shouldn't hurt. If you are unable to do this, some quick things that you can do. Number one, you can get like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball or a golf ball and just put it, basically if this was the ball, put it under those wrist muscles, rub it back and forth. Do the same thing on the other side. Find those sore spots and spend a little time rolling it out. You can also do some kind of at home, metal scraping or whatever. So even taking like the blunt edge of a butter knife, getting a little bit of coconut oil and doing some cross friction massage is helpful. Self-massage in your hands is helpful. Kind of even some press and stretch where you're pressing on some of the sore spots and going through some of that range of motion. Retesting and seeing if that helps. If that doesn't help, then joint mobilizations are kind of a good idea. So you can just take, I gotta go this way more. Hang on. Go into that kind of flex or extended position on a desk or on a table or on the floor. Stick your other hand into the web and just kind of push down and over to get some good movement in there, or even doing a lot of the just weight bearing forwards, going around side to side, stretching them very gently the other way to do the same thing. And retesting. Last but not least, if you are still having pain with that, come see a chiropractor, and they can do some joint adjustments or mobilizations with you. Maybe we can do some legit Graston for you or assess some of the things that may be going on. So I hope this was helpful. Check it out and have a great day.